Hello and welcome to Every Persona Explained, where we take a look at the origin and representation of every persona. I'm your host Winwright, and today we're taking a look at Awilda. Awilda, also known as Awilda, Alfild, and like 7 other names that I'd pronounced wrong, is the persona of Motoha Arai, aka Closer, and is based on a character from the Gesta Danorum, a 12th century work on Danish history written by a Danish man named Saxo Grammaticus. A very Danish name indeed. As much as I'd like to tell you more about Saxo here, his life is pretty obscure. He was Danish, born possibly in Old Zealand in the mid-12th century, but that time period has a bunch of people named Saxo, and we're not sure which one was him. He could have been a soldier and advisor to the Danish king Valdemar I, or he could have been an archdeacon at Lund. Or maybe something else, I don't know. This work is also notable, as it is believed that it helped inspire old Billy Shakes to write the play Hamlet. Awilda's story comes from Book 5, is probably set sometime in the 5th century, and is pretty short. The story tells us that she's the daughter of Sigurd, the king of the Goths, and at a young age, she began showing signs of great modesty despite her great beauty. This led her father to do the obvious thing and lock her away to guard her chastity, and left a snake and a viper, 2 clearly separate animals, to guard her. Any man that wanted to marry her had to overcome these 2 animals. Great parenting. Well, a Danish prince named Alf, no not that one, heard about this and decided that he could probably overcome this trial of a snake and another snake, and set off to do just that. His plan was simple: cover himself in a blood-stained hide and stab them with spears. Which did work, so well done to him, I guess. Afterwards, King Sigurd claimed that he would only allow a man to marry his daughter if she chose him of her own free will. So what was the point of the snakes, Dad? Awilda was initially all for this match, but then her mom essentially gaslit her into thinking it was a bad idea. So Awilda instead decided to run away and become a pirate. What is with this family? She would end up becoming essentially a 5th century Scandinavian pirate queen, with a crew full of women who were of the same mind as her. Pretty sure I've had fantasies about this setting before. Anyways, she pirated around for an undetermined amount of time until Alf found her and her crew. He then beat her in armed combat, and they decided to get married anyways. And then they lived happily ever after. Until they were killed in a war some years later, leaving only their daughter Gurid as the sole surviving member of the royal family. Yeah, that's pretty Shakespeare. And that's Awilda. So how's she represented in game? Nothing on her design screams 5th century pirate queen, but it does look like it's inspired by European Navy uniforms of the 18th century. Her design also specifically reminds me of Captain Amelia from the extremely underrated Treasure Planet, with the shoulder pads, which are called epaulettes apparently, the heels, and the front tail things. Then there's the cool anchor medallion that she could probably beat you with. Lastly, while not matching anything, her cape/cloak thing looks like a shark head, and that's just really cool. Her summer outfit doesn't change much design-wise, but her cloak takes on a more summery water design that also looks really good. Lastly, her radiance design is largely just a fancier look, almost like a prime warframe, but I think her cloak looks like the segments of a sail, which, if intentional, is a neat design. Hey, editing Win right here. So I looked up what exactly the radiance design was, and it's just a different look with slight enhancements, so it is a prime warframe. I'm 100% on that. Good job, me. Her role is that of a sweeper, which I think kind of fits with her time being a pirate, but it also has a baseball connection. A sweeper is a type of pitch, which is defined this way, but let's be real, I don't know what any of this really means, because surprise, surprise, I'm not into sports. Unfortunately, her moves and awareness levels don't line up very well, mostly referencing back to Motoha and her passion for baseball. The only one that's close is Electro Shark, and that's only because it has shark in the name. Her summer form is similar, just with summer-themed moves and awareness. Overall, it's not really accurate in the slightest, but it is really cool. Well, so much for the rest of the Phantom X personas matching up really well with their inspiration. But I will take it because there's like one source, so it was really easy to research. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Let me know who you want to see next time in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Every Persona Explained.